Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today, it's going to be a match between iNcontroL and GoOdy here on Heartbreak Ridge. Left side, it is our orange Zerg player iNcontroL, and on the right side we have our white Protoss, it is GoOdy. These two played against each other a lot back in the TSL days. And yeah, I just like casting iNcontroL games. In case you don't know, he passed away back, back in like 2019 at this point. So, man, time has no meaning, does it? Especially as I get older. So I just like remembering him as a player and like to pull up VODs that he has cast. And I watched a YouTube video where he, Tasteless, and Day9 were commentating an Artosis versus, who was it? G5. Artosis versus G5 at the remastered Brood War launch. If you want it, let me know, and I'll put it in the comments of this video, okay? Man, iNcontroL, Day9, and Tasteless casting together. It's an Artosis match as well. So, Pool first here from iNcontroL. Let's see what GoOdy's gonna do here. Ooh, and a gate first. This is not a good thing for GoOdy, that is for sure. Anyway, this is going to be a Patreon cast for the week of July the 15th. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you're not seeing this the week of July the 15th. And if you are, thank you very much for supporting me on patreon.com/FalconPaladin for at least $1 a month. Gives you access to a Brood War cast a month before anybody else can see them on the YouTube channel. And good stuff. Anyway, Probe going to go ahead and try to block the hatch here, and successfully is going to be able to do it, but is not scouting this pool, but recognizes this isn't a hatch first timing either. So on the other side, yeah, you make a Zealot. I don't know. Do you want to, do you try to keep the pressure on? Metabolic boost is starting. We pulled off gas, so we're just making lings here. Let's see if we get any drones in that production tab or not. It's just you're so exposed in this location here on Heartbreak Ridge. Yeah, I think this is GoOdy. He's going to try to take the action to iNcontroL instead of trying to play defensive. Trying to play defensive with a Zealot sucks, right? It's not going to happen, although we're turning around and heading back now. Yeah, I mean, another set of lings is popping out, and there's another set of lings on the way. And I guess maybe you throw up a cybernetics core here. The cannons would have been so nice. He was planning on being aggressive with this, but then he got out-aggressed by iNcontroL, and this is bad. This is bad news bears. What do we got? Well, thrown up. Oh, a cannon. So he did get a forge down here. Smart. Okay. So he did throw it up. I was expecting him to put it up here, but he obviously didn't need to. And see, the lings just go for the run by. That's it. They don't have to engage. They don't have to fight with you Zealots at all. They can just run around and, take HP off of this pylon and pick off individual probes here. And see, it's a good place for a cannon, because if the lings try to get in here, the probes will jump on them. And they're pretty good fighters. They don't want to do that, right? This cannon dying would be really good, and it is going to die. In exchange for about 2 Zerglings, but that's good. This area is now cannon free, and again, slow Zealots. iNcontroL is expanding behind this. He is making 3 more sets of lings, though, so I mean... We're looking at some real pressure here. Now that speed is especially done, the Zealots can't hope to do anything to catch these guys at all, unfortunately. And they're just going to be an annoyance, right? These lings aren't going to win this game. There's too many Zealots out there for that. There's a cannon really well placed in the main base. There's a great cannon position in the natural too now. And wow, iNcontroL just tosses up a third. You'll recognize he is down 8 to 16 workers. So we say this a lot. If a Zerg player shows up with a ton of Zerglings at 2 minutes, it's because they're killing their economy to do it. They need to get damage done, or they are in an immense amount of trouble, right? You may be thinking to yourself, oh, it's just so unfair. All these lings showed up, and they killed my cannon, and they killed a Zealot, and they killed a couple probes, and I'm going to lose now? No. As long as you've been consistently making workers, you have a better economy than the Zerg player does. Guaranteed, especially if you're Protoss or Terran, okay? ZVZ is a whole other animal. We're not even getting into that, but yeah, look at this. There's more army value here, right, for GoOdy than there is for iNcontroL. Just absolutely guaranteed, right? It's 4 Zerglings for every Zealot value-wise, and the economy is better So GoOdy's ahead. He just is. These Lings need to get something done. Can they jump on this cannon? Well, there's 2 cannons now and a 3rd cannon warping in very momentarily. The Lings are kind of abandoning their post here. Can he see this? Yeah, he can see the 3rd cannon warping in, and he's like, I don't... iNcontroL, I think, is just in the middle of no man's land right now. There's nowhere for him to go. He's going for a lair, but he's going to either make more Lings, yeah, 3 more sets of Lings coming in, or throw up some Sunkens here, because he's not going to win a fight against 5 Zealots with 11 Zerglings. It's not. You need about 4 Lings for every Zealot in a situation that is, again, ideal for the Zerglings. So they'll engage here. Oh, that's a great position. No surrounding happening at all. Look at that! Look at moving. Okay, now the surround is happening. That was really good. That's a lot of dead Lings, man. That's just... it's good trades. It keeps these Lings on this side of the map, gives some breathing room for GoOdy to finally take his first gas. He's expanding behind this. This is great. I think this is really pretty good for GoOdy. That is so many Zerglings, but it's 18 to 22 workers. iNcontroL's done a pretty good job, actually. He got that 3rd base up, and he droned when he could, and he made Lings when he needed to, right? That is a critical aspect of playing Zerg against Protoss and Terran, is when can you drone, and when do you have to make stuff, right? Because he was aggressive, and he chose when he made those Lings the first time around, but by the time that Zealot attack was coming, it was time to make some Zerglings, and that's all there is to it. So, the question is, do we go Stargate here? And if not, why not? Obviously, it's the standard opening, especially because there's a Spire coming up back home for iNcontroL. So there's your second assimilator, and I'm really looking for the... there it is. There's the Stargate, which the Overlord sees, which you can't really do anything about, because you don't have any Dragoons anyway to chase that Overlord away. Stargate comes up, Overlord starts running, because he knows that Corsairs are coming out of that thing sooner rather than later. Yeah, so these Lings, they're just here. They're not paying for themselves at all, you know? Just, you know, as a Zerg player, you look at this and you say, well, this could be 6 drones. You know, this could be 6 drones. That is so many drones. But instead, the Lings are just sitting here, and they're not doing anything. They're really not doing anything. Right? You need maybe 1 or 2 Zerglings to scout out when a force is coming to attack you. This number of Zerglings isn't going to stop any kind of a force from coming to attack. I mean, maybe... yeah, see, these 5 Zealots are going to be able to handle these 12 Lings no problem. So, this is more of... I guess this is more of a threat for the Zerglings to run by instead of trying to engage directly out here, especially if you're in range of these cannons. Just an all-time bad situation for the Zerg player to be in. So, immediately, Scourge are out. Another pair of Scourge coming in. He is going for some Mutalisks. So he's trying to make Mutalisks work on this map, which is pretty good for Mutas. I'm not going to complain about it, but the problem is there's 2 Stargates, and they're both pumping Corsairs. So this is where it gets bad. This is where the Protoss player makes a decision, goes immediately for a 2 Stargate Mass Corsair opening, and, I mean, these Mutas are just not... no, they're not as valuable as they otherwise would be. Oh boy. Alright, so this Corsair makes itself known, tries to kill this Overlord, and is going to succeed doing it. The question is, will these Scourge coming up take it out before it can escape? And the answer is no. The Mutas show up. Corsair, look at these Corsairs, though. Yeah, trying to kill these cannons. Yeah, you're going to get the cannons, but that's so many. Oh, the Scourge get a big hit. Okay, Muta's getting some work done. Really, really injured, in all fairness, yes. This Corsair firing away, more Corsairs coming out all the time. So at this point, the Mutas have killed, I don't know, 2 or 3 probes and a couple cannons, and maybe like a single Corsair. It's not... no! Why are we still making Mutalisks? iNcontroL, I love you. You're a much better player at StarCraft than I am. You're a better commentator. You're hilarious and intelligent. I don't agree with this decision to continue to making Mutalisks when you've seen double Stargate over here. You can't scale Mutalisks against Corsairs. Corsairs were created specifically to murder Mutalisks. That's what they were designed to do in a lab. Oh boy. Alright, well, we're trying anyway. I don't feel good about this, obviously. We're getting speed for Zealots, 2 Corsairs at a time being produced. We've got 5 already. We're getting into some pretty scary territory when it comes to Corsair count versus Mutalisk army of any number, to be honest with you. Splash damage, right? Splash is what makes Mutalisks run. Storm, Mutas hate it. Archons, not great. Mutas don't like those either. But Corsairs, just they hit so hard, they hit so fast, they hit all of your Mutalisks if they're close enough together. And this is, yeah, bam. Remember when we lost a couple Corsairs a minute ago? Doesn't matter. We've got this group now. So this is a good game. It started fast. It's going fast. Look at this. See, these mutas know. They just have to get. They got to get out of here. They got to hope that the Scourge makes some great connection, which they do. Okay, they killed 2, I think, there. They killed 2 of the Corsairs, which is great. We do see a lot of times that Scourge don't connect on hardly anything when going after this many Corsairs. They don't have the +1 attack, though, which I'm really surprised by. I keep expecting to see that in the production tab. But he's not going +1 attack for Corsairs, despite double pumping them consistently here. Supply block and iNcontroL is pretty bad at this stage. The Overlord's not going home, as he definitely kind of want to do. But looks like we're going to go into some Hydralisk play. We've got a few Hydras already on the map. And it looks like the time of the Mutalisk seems to be over. That is a lot of Scourge, though. My gosh, we are still trying. Still trying. They're missing each other here. Zealot army moving out does get scouted by these Mutalisks. And then the Corsairs come in to deal with them. And the Scourge come in to deal... Oh, that's a... Man. Okay. That went... Oh my gosh. Why are they not attacking? Those Scourge, like, sat up right next to those Corsairs and did not attack them. Sometimes the AI is really dumb in Brood War. Zealots going to town on these Hydras. But can't do anything about the Mutalisks, obviously, which is what the Corsairs are for. I love this. Speedlock Corsair. What a great pairing. Always has been since Brood War was released in 1998. Zealots getting on in. Not a great place to be, Senior Zealots. Not at all. Yeah, another supply block. Why are these Overlords over here? I guess maybe you're worried about Dark Templar? Which is fair. I get it. Being worried about DTs in a situation like this is totally cool. But my gosh, the supply block here has just been something else. Okay, there's enough. Yeah, there's enough Hydras these Corsairs have to get out. This has not been the best control of Corsairs I've ever seen in my entire life, but it's been pretty good nevertheless. Out of GoOdy. You know, he's a bit of a slower player. APM not over 200. More known for his Warcraft skills, but, you know, a lot of Warcraft skills translate to Brood War for sure. RTS is made by the same company, seem to have some similarities between them in general. So it looks like GoOdy was trying to maybe sneak a base in the top left here. Good awareness to have a Zergling up in this area for iNcontroL and shut that down. Storm is on the way. GoOdy's up 104 to 78 supply. Outprobe dies too. This is some pretty good base denial actually out of iNcontroL. GoOdy doesn't have a third base. He's trying to get a third base in the bottom right here, which technically this is iNcontrol's base. So it makes sense that there's a drone down here. But I don't know if there's any... Yeah, he's probably got this thing saved. So Zealots have +1 attack. I swear they were working on +1 armor, but no. The Corsairs still have no upgrades at all. Oh, big connections there. Yeah, it's been a lot of pretty good Scourge hits here. The thing with Scourge is they're very gas intensive. And so if they don't hit anything, they're a huge drain on your gas economy. But if they do connect, they're amazing. Also, these cannons are not coming up at all. This one Corsair has to be like, please leave. I am here to injure all of you in the name of ire. No? Okay, great. Zealot's going for the third base. High Templar just got sniped. Oh, I think I saw High Templar there. Lurkers are out from iNcontroL as well, which is pretty good stuff. This hatchery is dead. And, I mean, do you want to stick around and take down this other hatch? That's a lot of Lurkers, so probably not. Yeah, this is... iNcontrol's army is looking really good right now. Really, really good. Hydra Lurker with no High Templar on the ground at all. Okay, 2, 3. There are 3 Archons coming into the mix here as well, and still no third base. Like, this is toast. These 5, 6 Mutalisks are accomplishing what is probably way too much. Goody trying to get that third base up to 15 minutes. I mean, the good news is that iNcontroL is not exactly killing it himself. He's on 3 bases and has been for the last 10 minutes. Good storms there. Archon's getting some nice hits off as well. Very nicely done. There's one cannon defending the main base from these Mutalisks. Should be fine. They don't have any upgrades, so their effectiveness is not great. Ooh, this is okay. This is big, scary Lurker Hydra drop coming in. Right into the main base, where there's not much defense other than Archons. Dude, having Storm, I kind of feel like would be better here. I know that Archons are fun, and they're easier to control and everything, but... Okay, well, here comes the drops. There's one cannon to defend here. Oh, man. The Doom drop is real. Lurkers in the mix. Hydra's in the mix. Dragoons and Zealots coming and trying to assist. But there's too much DPS. Too much damage output here from iNcontroL. And he's going to take down the main Nexus. He's going after some pylons, some softer targets here for sure. Where's the detection? We don't even have a robotics facility. Oh, we do. We don't even have an observatory. Your only answer to these lurkers is Storm. Which, admittedly, that was pretty amazing. In all fairness, I'm not going to complain about that one at all. But your main base is out. Your third base is technically alive, but is it? It's not well enough defended at all. And yeah, Goody sees this Hydralisk army roll on up, and GG's out. GG. 16 minutes and 40 seconds of a pretty good non-stop replay there. It's going to be iNcontroL with the win. Oh, that was awesome. That was a really good ZVP. I mean, again, the early pool from iNcontroL I don't think paid off all that well. But he made it work anyway. He gambled by taking the third base when he didn't have much of an army to speak of, right? He was able to make Mutalisks work. He got some really good connections with the Scourge on the Corsair army that I was very much worried about for the Mutalisks, and so they didn't do as much against the Muta army as they should have. Obviously, the Scourge changed the equation there. And then a beautiful tech switch into Lurker Hydra. Storm was, I feel like, a little bit late, quite possibly, and then Goody just never got an observatory. So, I mean, once, you know, he knew there were lurkers. His Zealots got chased away from this base by lurkers. So, not having observers seems like a pretty big misstep there, unfortunately, for Goody. But, I mean, nice job by iNcontroL. He never got a fourth base rolling. Like, this one's on the way, but not really a part of the story yet. He did replace this third hatch after it was killed. But 3 bases at 17 minutes, like, you kind of need to make something happen, and he did. He went for a big, scary Lurker Hydra drop. He went for this big Hydra attack up at the top side as well at Goody's third, wiped that one out. And yeah, just pulled Goody in too many directions and pulled him apart. Beautifully done. 76,000 points for Goody, 83,000 points for iNcontroL. Produced in the kill-death ratio here. It's actually just not as good. Not good enough, I think, for the Protoss to win this battle today. Structures raised is always a little bit weird when Zergs are in the game, and resources here. Way more gas from iNcontroL, but about even on Minerals Mine, and total spend is not that far off either. It's just there wasn't enough Storm, right? A Storm is what allows for this the resources number to be different here, and the kill-death ratio to be better. Just made too many Archons against a Hydro Lurker style force. You definitely want Storm in that situation, and they need to be good. So they were good when they were there, there just weren't enough of them. So good stuff. All right, so that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.